Hi, Fernanda. I'm Dr. Karen. Thank you so much for writing in. And you're absolutely right in suspecting that a lot of yawning in dogs can mean more than just being a little bit sleepy. In fact, yawning usually means something other than being tired for dogs. Yawning can have a few different meanings for dogs, some worrying, some not so worrying. Just like with humans, yawning in dogs can be contagious. And it's believed that this is supposed to generate a bit of social cohesion. If it's bedtime for one, then perhaps it's bedtime for all of us. And if your dog sees you yawn, that can actually trigger a yawn from them as well. So sometimes it is purely that reflexive copying behavior. Dogs will often yawn if they're feeling uncomfortable or stressed as well. Quite often in a consultation, I would see dogs yawning. And that always reminded me to stop for a moment and try to make sure I was making the dog as comfortable as possible. If your dog is yawning quite a lot, it's definitely worth paying attention to when they are yawning and what's going on at the time when they do start yawning. Does it seem to coincide with something else that's going on in the house? Perhaps when there's visitors, perhaps when there's loud noises. Is there something that might be setting off some anxiety for them? Not as commonly seen in dogs, but sometimes a lot of excessive yawning can mean that it's being triggered by an imbalance between oxygen and carbon dioxide. So if your dog's showing any other signs of respiratory problems like coughing, excessive panting, wheezing, or exercise intolerance, then the best thing to do is make an appointment for a checkup with the vet. So the big thing you'll need to do is pay attention to the yawning and pay attention to what's going on at the same time as that yawning. Milo may just be mimicking what he's seeing around him, or he may be reacting to something that's making him feel a bit uncomfortable, in which case it's important to find out what that is and make sure we're doing everything we can to make him as comfortable as possible. If you do have any other questions or you want to discuss this a little bit more, you can head on over to pangovet.com and make an appointment for an online consultation with one of the vets. And I'm also going to include some links at the bottom so you can do a little bit more reading about what yawning can really mean in your dog. Take care.